Ride the signal through the unknown. This is the cryptic current.
In May 2023, at Westminster Abbey in London, the coronation of King Charles and Queen Camilla will take place. So at that time, Charles will wear the royal crown he inherited from his mother, which is beyond any doubt. However, whether Camilla will wear the Queen's crown inherited from the mother of Queen Elizabeth II, i.e., the Queen Mother Elizabeth, is the question. Because on this crown, the famous cursed diamond Koh-i-Noor, discovered thousands of years ago, is inlaid. It is said that this diamond chooses its wearer. They who wear it cannot avoid personal disasters, leading to conflicts, struggles, and even the downfall of a glorious dynasty. So what is this all about? Today, we will talk about the mystery of the world's most famous diamond, the Koh-i-Noor. Mountain of Light. Originally weighing 793 carats, it now weighs 105 carats because it was cut down and weighs approximately 21.6 grams. Although it shines extraordinarily brilliantly, since it came into the hands of the British royal family over 100 years ago, no male British monarch has dared to wear it because it is a diamond that brings misfortune. India has an ancient book called the Bhagavata Purana, which mainly tells the story of the god Vishnu descending to earth to save the world. In the book, it is written that India has the greatest gem called Syamantaka, the most precious gem worn by the sun god Surya on his necklace. When it descends to earth, it transforms into a giant diamond. And the strangest thing is, if its owner is female, she will be safe and sound. If a male possesses it, it will breed greed, jealousy, and even lead to chaos and violence. But since the Bhagavata Purana was written until now, no one has ever seen this gem. Since no one has seen the treasure, no one paid much attention. Fast forward to the year 1310. Sultan Alauddin Khilji of the Delhi Sultanate in the South Asian subcontinent ordered his general Malik Kafur to lead an expedition against the Kakatiya dynasty in present-day southeastern India. S victory, without a moment. He eagerly headed to a temple located on a mountaintop in the Kakatiya kingdom. This temple is now situated on a hill in Warangal, India, housing a stone statue of the goddess Bhadrakali. This goddess has 8 arms, each holding a weapon, looking not very benevolent, but it is said this fierce goddess is the protector of the Kakatiya kingdom. Obviously, Alauddin mobilized his forces here not to pay respects to the goddess. He came for the goddess's left eye. And the left eye of the goddess statue was a giant diamond found on a riverbed in Kakatiya, weighing about 191 carats at the time, the largest diamond known in the world then. Before the discovery of diamond mines in Brazil and South Africa, all diamonds in the world came from India. But these diamonds were not mined, they were ejected with volcanic eruptions and then washed by rivers onto riverbeds. Karup. Because in India, each needle of this type grows very precisely, neither more nor less, each weighing 0.2 grams. Kara. The story goes that after the Kakatiya king obtained the diamond, he first had skilled craftsmen polish and cut it, and then reverently placed the diamond into the left eye of the guardian goddess statue, making it the pupil of the statue. And after Alauddin arrived, without another word, he had someone climb up and pry the diamond from the goddess's left eye. Alauddin hastily took the diamond from his subordinate's hand, and under the sunlight, the giant diamond shone brilliantly. So bright that Alauddin could not keep his eyes open. At that moment, Alauddin unconsciously uttered a line that would become iconic centuries later. Truly, Koh-i-Noor, the Mountain of Light. Aladdin was extremely pleased, so he had the Mountain of Light crafted into jewelry and wore it to demonstrate his status as the King of Kings, and the magical diamond began to exert its power. Misfortune also followed Aladdin. Aladdin, originally a man of strong physique, began to suffer from illnesses all over his body. Eventually, he had to appoint his general Malik Kafur as regent to manage the country. In the 6th year after obtaining the Mountain of Light, Aladdin passed away. Kafur succeeded as king, but the diamond's curse clung to the successor like a shadow. Only a few months after ascending the throne, Kafur was brutally assassinated. Court officials to control power arranged for Aladdin's young son, only 6 years old, to succeed. And then the Mountain of Light was also worn by the young king. But this young king had not been on the throne for a few months when his brother, another son of Aladdin, launched a bloody coup in the court, killing the young king, his own brother, and seizing the throne. The Mountain of Light changed owners once again, worn around the brother's neck. This time it paused for 4 years. 4 years later, this king was assassinated by his own general, who then proclaimed himself king. Less than 2 months later, this general was beheaded by another general, and the dynasty changed again. The Mountain of Light also changed hands to the new dynasty. Since the Mountain of Light came to the Delhi Sultanate, the country fell into a spiral of turmoil and hatred. And so people began to suspect that the Mountain of Light might indeed be the Siamataka. Whether mentioned in legends or not, the cursed gemstone brings conflict and violence. In the early 16th century, the Delhi Sultanate finally perished and was annexed by the rising Mongol Empire in Central Asia, the treasure key of the Delhi Sultanate. The line of sight was also transferred to the Mongol Emperor, and the Mountain of Light diamond was among them. Later, the diamond moved to Iran, but for several hundred years. Whether in the Mongol Empire or Persia, the diamond did not cause tragedies as in Aladdin's time. The curse of the diamond seemed buried in the sands of history, until the Mountain of Light reappeared in records. Under vivid writing, it stirred up another bloody storm. One day in 1830, Ranjit Singh, the king of the Sikh Empire in South Asia, was hosting a banquet in the palace at the capital Lahore. Today was the king's 50th birthday celebration. Since the age of 10, he had followed his father into battle. At 21, he successfully established his own territory, and later single-handedly built the Sikh Empire. In terms of territory, it included present-day northern Pakistan and northwestern India. Ranjit became the first king of the empire. During Ranjit's nearly 30-year reign, the Sikh Empire grew rapidly, becoming the most formidable nation in the South Asian subcontinent. Even the British Empire, which had ruled India for 200 years, was highly vigilant against this empire to counter the threat from the Sikh Empire. In the border areas, the British stationed nearly 40,000 professional soldiers. At that time, during his 50th birthday banquet, watching the graceful dances of women, listening to the lingering songs, with courtiers gathered around drinking toasts, King Ranjit felt satisfied, but vaguely felt as if something was missing. At that moment, a foreign envoy suddenly stepped forward, advanced one step, holding a sparkling gemstone in his hand. He bowed before Ranjit, saying he wished to present to His Majesty a rare treasure in the world. This envoy was sent by Sultan Durrani, the last king of the Durrani dynasty in Afghanistan. The Durrani dynasty was also known as the Afghan Empire, the first Islamic state founded by Ahmad Shah Durrani in the 18th century. In the area of present-day Afghanistan, it ended 95 years later in the hands of his descendants. In order to restore it, he decided to use the Mountain of Light diamond to exchange for Ranjit's military support. Ranjit had heard of this largest, most brilliant diamond. Gazing at the dazzling gemstone in the envoy's hand, Ranjit was momentarily stunned. Could it be that the legendary rare treasure had come before his eyes so easily? The envoy raised the diamond a bit higher, continued speaking loudly, "Oh great protector, the Mountain of Light will bring you luck and glory, and make you stronger than your opponents." Only now did Ranjit seem to awaken from a lulled dream. Taking the diamond from the envoy's hand, under the lamplight, the light emitted from the gemstone shone as brilliantly as a rainbow. Ranjit was so overjoyed he couldn't keep his mouth closed. The diamond's curse had existed for hundreds of years, without causing any major upheavals. At this time, the good reputation passed out like a treasure had overshadowed that unhappy historical period. The light of the diamond was like a kind of magic that stole people's souls. Ranjit cherished the diamond in his hand, his heart still echoing only that immortal line. How could he have the mind to think of other things? Having received such a great gift, naturally he could ask for anything he wanted. Fearing others might steal the treasure, Ranjit had the diamond inlaid onto a bracelet. He carried it everywhere, never taking it off even when sleeping or eating. Truly inseparable for even a moment. It had truly become the Lord of Rings. Though the Lord of Rings is smaller, worn on the finger, while this was a large bracelet worn on the arm. The happy times didn't last long. One day 8 years after obtaining the Mountain of Light, Ranjit suddenly suffered a stroke, bedridden and seemingly beyond recovery. At this time, some respected elders of Hinduism in Ranjit's kingdom, buzzing with discussion, came to his sickbed and made a request. The elders said that the Mountain of Light was very likely the legendary Siamantaka gemstone. This stone brings conflict and violence. Its power is something humans cannot control. Your Majesty, please offer the diamond to the temple of Vishnu. Vishnu is the protector of the universe and life in Hinduism, also known as the guardian god. Only his power can suppress its evil light. Only then is there hope to avoid the disaster the cursed diamond would bring to the kingdom. The stroke-stricken king, not having long to live, was also tired. What couldn't he let go of? Old Ben Gado agreed. But at this moment, the power like the Lord of Rings came into play. Now the person the cursed diamond chose was the crown prince standing by the sickbed. The crown prince had long coveted this unique treasure, and was very displeased upon hearing the elder's words. This diamond has always been worn by my father. I could look but not touch. My heart has been itching for 8 years, not easy to wait until this day. My old father is about to die. The treasure will belong to me. What are you talking about? Offering it to the temple. I haven't even touched it yet. And already had to part with the diamond. How can that be? After the elders withdrew, Crown Prince Ben whispered in his father's ear. Don't listen to the scare tactics of those senile sorcerers. In the past few hundred years, what happened to the kings who owned the treasure? It can be seen that previous events were all just coincidental, having nothing to do with the diamond at all. Moreover, perhaps those deceitful elders themselves saw the diamond and became greedy. The old king found this reasonable. I could separate from the kingdom, but couldn't part with the treasure even for a moment. But having already agreed with the elders, what should be done now? Couldn't take back my words immediately, so had to find a way to delay. But this couldn't last long either. Just 1 month later, King Radtrish passed away. The crown prince ascended the throne, then rightfully wore the diamond on his arm, and then never mentioned donating it to the temple again. The elders shook their heads and sighed but had to accept it. The diamond sparkled on the new king's arm for just a few months. Then the new king Ben was poisoned to death. Next his son succeeded. The bling diamond sparkled for a while. But in less than a year, the Sun King fell victim to an assassination plot by powerful ministers. Then another son of Radtrish ascended, but was assassinated in less than 3 years. Finally Radtrish's youngest son, Bling Sin, not yet 5 years old, became the last emperor of the Sikh Empire, and this was less than 4 years since Radtrish's death. By this time, the British Empire seized the opportunity of neighboring turmoil and immediately declared war. Finally, by the end of 1849, they completely conquered the Sikh Empire. And then the last monarch, Rulab, could only obediently hand over the diamond to the British. At that time, Count Dalhousie, the British governor, after obtaining the diamond, didn't dare delay at all. Immediately ordered subordinates to take the diamond aboard a fast ship back to England. Such a rare treasure. Only our British Empire's monarch is worthy of possessing it. Donating the treasure would both show loyalty and demonstrate outstanding personal achievement. Had the Count never heard of the curse of the demon diamond flame of light? No, he had heard, after all he had been in India for so long. Was he so brave that he wasn't afraid? Also no. because the person he wanted to present the diamond to was a female monarch, Queen Victoria. But even as a female monarch, obtaining the diamond brought her turmoil. Just as a fast ship dispatched by the Count entered British waters, Queen Victoria was visiting her seriously ill uncle, preparing to leave by carriage. At that moment, a handsome, well-dressed man approached the Queen's carriage. Suddenly raised his iron-tipped cane and struck the Queen on the head. The Queen, caught off guard, suffered a bleeding head injury. My God, what's this? Attempted assassination of the Queen. Guards immediately captured. Through interrogation, they discovered this man was a retired military officer. With no assassination motive, nor any preparation for the attack, he himself didn't understand why he hit the Queen, as if possessed. Since the perpetrator had no clear motive, he could only be treated as insane, with no further investigation possible. Meanwhile, the diamond had landed and was on British soil. So the Queen had to attend the East India Company's treasure donation ceremony. Therefore, when people saw the Queen, she had dark circles under her eyes and a large bump on her head. The moment she saw the diamond, Queen Victoria just glanced at it and said one sentence: Count al-Washi, concerned for the nation, diligent and loyal, truly reassuring. That's over. Finally, for the first time, someone didn't. Could it be said that the Queen was lucky, immune to the diamond? S. Mood wasn't. In her family, Knight Robert Peel had just passed away. He was seriously ill, and she herself was inexplicably attacked by a madman, losing interest in this famous diamond. After that, to please the Queen, her husband, Prince Consort Albert, invited the master jeweler King Hoang Van Ya from the Netherlands to craft the Koh-i-Noor diamond, a stone weighing 191 carats, cut into sparkling jewelry with 66 facets, weighing about 38.2 carats. However, the weight of the diamond had been reduced from 191 carats to 105 carats. In 1877, Queen Victoria ascended as Empress of India and she set the stone on the crown. The diamond had been recut, so had the curse been broken? Clearly, Queen Victoria had heard about the things this diamond had caused. But she didn't give it another chance to manifest. She didn't pass the stone to her son, but to her daughter-in-law, the Queen of King Edward VII. Since then, this diamond has always been worn on the Queen's crown, past the females, not males. The stone has become a valuable part of the British royal jewelry, and no disasters have been seen caused by it since. So whether Queen Camilla will wear it or not remains a mystery, and there's another reason. That's because currently, besides Britain, 3 other countries are disputing its ownership. In 1947, the newly independent Indian government demanded Britain return the diamond to them. In August 1976, before Pakistan's Independence Day celebrations, then Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto also wrote to British Prime Minister James Callaghan, demanding Britain return the stone. And return it to us, Pakistan. Moreover, in November 2000, the Taliban regime in Afghanistan at that time demanded Queen Elizabeth quickly hand over the stone to them. And so, 3 countries, India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, are still disputing the stone. It seems the cursed diamond hasn't stopped. It continues to create conflicts and disputes. Regarding the story of the cursed diamond, I wonder if anyone has noticed a problem so far? According to legend, if the diamond is transferred to a woman, it will be safe and sound. But if transferred to a man, it will lead to disputes, conflicts, and even destruction. So why is that? That's allure, and you. Perhaps because most women are better at restraining ambition, desire for power, and struggle. Whereas men, especially young men in their youth, intensely crave to obtain something, leading them to engage in disputes, rivalry, and even violence without hesitation. The diamond's curse only takes effect when it captures strong human ambition. And reality has proven that. What do you think? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below the video. Our sharing for today ends here. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you again. Subscribe to the Gian Migo channel so you don't miss exciting videos.
If the signal hooked you, subscribe and catch the next ripple.